Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another episode here of the Rebuilding West Indies series. We're on to episode 12 today, and we're coming off the back of a 5-0 defeat in the ODI series against India. Today, we're going into the 2020 format of the game. India, once again, are our opponents. So let's get into today's episode and run the intro.
Lara's down the ground. That's going to be his first six. Goes down the ground. This is a big service, but Gale seizes the opportunity.
Oh, that's bold.
This time, go and look for that one.
Gale's gone after him.
So welcome back then, guys. You join us today for this 2021 Day International against India. We're going to do the coin toss now, and we're going to go with heads here, and hopefully we can win the toss. And we've lost the toss and have been put into bat first of all here against India. So let's see how we get on. First of all, we're going to have to start quite aggressive, as is always the case. And we're going to start off with runs and also obviously wickets and stuff. So let's go and play the first over. Now it's Pahal into Gale. Is Gale going to crack us off with a good boundary to start? And that is beautifully struck by Gale. And the ball races away to the boundary for 4. Pahal into Gale again. And it's a played and missed there from Chris Gale. Kalaria into Gale. And Gale with a lovely strike down the ground. That races away to the boundary for 4. That is 11 so far on the scorecard, and another good shot from Chris Gale, who's seeing it really well out there today in the early stages of this game. And Gale with a lovely cut shot, kind of like a back foot sweep really, if anything. And the ball races away to the boundary. And now it's Kalaria into Gale, and Gale high in the air, and that is a sixer. A big six there from Chris Gale. Kalaria into Lewis, and Lewis now is getting in on the action, and he's whacked it to the boundary for 4. And we've started this game quite pleasingly here in the first few overs. Now it's Pahal into Gale, coming towards the end of this power play, I believe. And it's a great shot there from Chris Gale, and that ball races away to the boundary for 4. And it's another good shot there for the West Indies. Now Pahal into Gale again. Pahal, is he going to pick up his man this time though? Oh, and he's got him. Gale moves wide of his crease to get a good connection. But the ball is gone, caught by Jadeja in the slips, and they've picked up their first wicket here, which brings Shimmer and Hetmeyer into the crease. Now it's Ashwin into Lewis. Are the West Indies about to start faltering here? Now Lewis plays and misses at that, and that means Hetmeyer now has a chance to start adding some runs. And Hetmeyer with a lovely stroke shot there, racing away to the boundary for 4, and that gets Shimmer and Hetmeyer in amongst the runs. And it's Patel into Lewis, 44 for 1 so far here for the West Indies. And Lewis with a lovely sweep shot there, cut away to the boundary for 4. And that adds another 4 runs to the total. Now Patel into Hetmeyer. Patel coming around the wicket this time. And Hetmeyer strokes it down the ground. A lovely connection there from Shimmer and Hetmeyer, who's started reasonably well for us. So we're doing alright so far. We're scoring at around 6.6 runs and over, which is pretty decent start to the game. I'm sure we can all agree. But that looks like Lewis might be on his way out. The umpire shakes his head, reckons it's going leg side, which means that Ashwin is bowling into Lewis. And Lewis with a good shot, and the ball races away for 4. And we've added some more runs to the total. Patel into Hetmeyer. Hetmeyer in the air. Beautiful strike that from Hetmeyer. And that is another sixer for the West Indies. And we're playing quite well in this game, I reckon. Patel now into Lewis. Lewis with a beautiful shot, and that races away for 4. Lewis, and particularly Lewis, but Hetmeyer started to strike it really well since coming in. Jadeja, the danger man now. He's picked up a lot of us in the one-day internationals. That's not out. Forget that. So we're just gonna up the aggression now, because we're coming down the stretch. We need to start adding runs to the totals now. It's Jadeja into Hetmeyer. Beautiful strike that from Hetmeyer, and that's another 4 to add to the total now. Jadeja again into Hetmeyer. It's a good battle between these pair, in which Hetmeyer is certainly winning at the moment, and he cuts another one to the boundary for 4. 8 off the first 2 balls, nothing off the third, and now it's Hetmeyer again from Jadeja, and that races away for 4. Beautiful shot there from Shimmer and Hetmeyer, who's just really getting a good connection on these deliveries now. Ashwin this time into Hetmeyer, trying to slow the game down with the spin, and he plays and misses at that. We've got a free hit here, and it's Ashwin into Hetmeyer, and he plays and misses. He should have got a connection on that. That is quite annoying. 91 for 2, and Hetmeyer finally hits it to the boundary for 4. Good shot from Hetmeyer. Ashwin into Hetmeyer again. And another good shot down the ground. Gone for 4 again. Lovely finish to that over, really, more than anything. And these lads are doing okay so far. Jadeja into Hetmeyer. And Hetmeyer really crashes it through the covers there with a lovely strike. Jadeja to Hetmeyer. Shimron Hetmeyer is racing along, and a beautiful shot through the covers again from Shimron Hetmeyer, who's done well since coming into this side. And it's going to be Jadeja again. Hetmeyer edges it in behind, but there's enough on it there to get the single. And we come back. And we're now 109 for 1, 110 for 1 after that single. And it's Jadeja into Evan Lewis. And Evan Lewis cuts it away to the boundary, gets it over the fielder, and the ball takes a 1 bounce and gets a 4. And it's going to be Lewis again off the bowling of Jadeja. And he plays a similar shot, although more controlled this time, and it races away for 4 yet again. Now, we've picked up a partnership record here of 80 runs between Lewis and Hetmeyer. Hetmeyer has raced away to a 50 off 28 deliveries. We're coming now into the last few overs of the game, so we need to try and press on and score as many as we can. So it's Patel into Hetmeyer, and a lovely sweep there from Hetmeyer. Sees it race to the boundary in quite a bit of ease, actually. Now it's Patel into Lewis. Lewis gets a good connection, and that races away as well. They're playing really well, these two. Really putting on the runs after that early wicket of Chris Gale. Now Jadeja into Hetmeyer. Is Jadeja about to make the breakthrough? He's not. Hetmeyer crashes the ball away for 4. Really good strike that from Hetmeyer. And it's Jadeja now into Lewis. And a good shot again from Lewis. And that is another 4 here for the West Indies. And we move on to 140. We've got a few overs left though. And Lewis is about to get very near to his 50. So hopefully he's enabled to do that. Or is he going to get out? The ball is in the air. But that is a massive 6 from Lewis. And Lewis now gets above the half century. And it's Patel into Lewis again. And Lewis with a lovely cut there, and that also races down to the boundary. A beautiful shot. These two have really put on a big show here for the West Indies, who are on 151 runs here. And we're coming now into the last over of the game, and it's going to be Kalaria into Lewis, and Lewis kind of pulls at it, gets it a little bit wrong, but it's a lovely shot anyway, and the ball races away to the boundary for 4. Kalaria into Lewis. Lewis down the ground, and that goes for 4 again. Lewis really standing out in this game alongside Hetmeyer. Playing beautiful cricket, these two. And that is it. West Indies have a 166 run lead here against India. We've batted really well here in this first innings of this T20 International. We've got India coming into bat next. So join me in a second once we've picked the field and see how we get on. So then we're going to kind of keep things as they are with also the actual highlights of the 4s and the 6s and also the wickets. And we're going to start things off with Shannon Gabriel coming in to bowl the first over for us. So it's Gabriel into Kohli, first ball of the game, and Kohli manages to cut it away to the boundary for 4. Bit of a risky shot that. Gabriel now into Rahan, and Rahan plays it down the ground for 4. We've given away quite a bit off this first over from Gabriel. And now we've got Lewis coming in to bowl, which means we're going to just adjust the field a touch, and we're going to play a similar field that we've designed for this to try and enable us to kind of condense India the best we can, really. So now it's Lewis into Kohli, and Kohli crashes the ball to the boundary for 4, and India move on to double figures. Now it's Kohli again who edges it in behind, and the ball goes away for 4, and India have started this quite well. So it's going to be Gabriel into Rahan. Gabriel into Rahan. Good connection from Rahan, and the ball races away for 4. Gabriel into Rahan again, and it's another boundary. Poor fielding that from the West Indies. And Rahan blasts it away, and it's fielders just not getting into that. India have started this really well here. Lewis into Rahan. And again, a lovely cut shot. The fielder there just not getting there in time, and India have started this batting really well here now. Gabriel into Kohli, and it's another 4 for India. And it's Lewis into Kohli, but has that gone? That's got to be close. And the umpire puts the finger in the air, and we get a big man in Virat Kohli. Lewis with the delivery. LBW gone for 21, which now brings Rahul into the crease. And we're going to ensure that we try and keep them to the minimum. Now it's in the air. Lewis now is going. Is it going to be caught? And it's caught on the boundary. Rahul goes to Lewis for naught. A beautiful delivery of that from Lewis. And now Rohit Sharma is into line. And we're going to probably just keep as we are, really. Lewis into Sharma. Sharma puts it in the air as well. Is it going to be another cut? Oh, and he's gone. Row hit. Sharma gone off for the very first delivery. And the West Indies here are really rolling. What over here from Lewis, who's picked up 3 wickets. Kohli, Rahul and Sharma. A brilliant, fantastic start here. And Lewis into Dhawan. Is it over yet? And Dhawan crashes it away for 4 for India to give them some vital runs there and steady the ship somewhat. A really good start there to the over from... Well, a great start that from India, I'd say. We've picked up 3 wickets in that over, courtesy of some really, really good bowling. And it's Gabriel into Dhawan. Dhawan cuts at it and gets it away to the boundary for 4. Now it's Gabriel into Rahan, and that is gone. His middle stump out of the ground, and Rahan has gone for 28. We are now on... We're doing all right. 61 for India. They're struggling a bit, and we're gonna try and hit that home now. And it's Lewis into Dhawan, who kind of cuts and edges it away, but the ball gets away for 4, and it's another good shot there from the West Indies. Now we're going to bring in Primus, who's going to give it a go for us. Now we're going to stick Primus in, and we're going to have we're going to give him that field, and we're also going to give him that field as well. Try and lower the runs as possible. And that is edged but gone, caught in the field. So is he going to get a run out here? It's going to be close, but no, they get back for the single. Now it's Primus into Pant, and Pant edges it, and it gets away from the fielder. Pant very lucky there, and he swipes at that one, and the ball gets away to the boundary. Now Lewis has used all of his permitted overs, which means we're going to bring in Joseph into the line, which now we're going to also put Joseph onto the fielding settings I've had set for him. So hopefully now Joseph can come and pick up a wicket for us. Now we need a wicket here, and it's in the air, but it's going to race away to the boundary for 4. Joseph into Dhawan. Dhawan plays it again, and it's another good boundary that for India. And it's in the air and races away. India are suddenly really putting on the runs, but has that gone? Joseph, has he picked up? He has. He's picked up Pant, the danger man, who's come in and crashed 14 runs off 8 balls. And we now move to the halfway point, and India needs 71 runs off the next 10 overs. It's going to be very difficult for us, I think. We need a couple more wickets, I think, in which to be able to do that. So let's get back out there and see what we can do. And it's Primus into Patel. Patel plays and misses. Primus into Dhawan, and Dhawan, lovely shot that from Dhawan. Primus into Dhawan again, and he cuts at it, and the ball races away to the boundary for 4. Into Dhawan again, and does he get anything on that? Good little bit of movement back there, but not enough to enable. And it's Primus into Dhawan, who tries to slip it down the channel, and he gets a good connection on that, and that gets away for 4 as well. Now India need 45 runs here, so Joseph into Patel, and Patel with a really good shot there from Patel. Joseph into Dhawan, and Dhawan gets the ball away. Are they going to come back for 2? They are. They're running. Are they going to get the run out? It's close, but they get back just in time. Dhawan has picked up 52 off the first 27. Now we're going to bring him in. We're going to make sure we bring in Pollard. Now, see what Pollard can do for us. Joseph into Patel. Patel plays and misses. India scoring well. They need 28 runs at 7 and over. It's a very tight game, this. Pollard into Dhawan, and it's crashed down the field. Pollard into Dhawan. Is Pollard going to pick us up a wicket? No, and that's gone to the boundary for 4 as well. Pollard has been crashed all over the place here, and it's a really good over here for India. And Motti is now into... They need 14 runs at 4.6 and over. I think we've kind of screwed this one, lads. Motti into Patel. 153 for 5. And that's gone for 4. Didn't need that. They need 10 at 3.5 and over. We've basically just lost this game, unfortunately. Motti into Dhawan. Come on, we need a wicket. Dhawan, lovely batting from Dhawan today. And they just need another run now to win this, I believe. Is that a wicket, though? Have we picked up Patel? Umpire says no. I'm not too sure about that decision, to be honest with you. And they need 3 runs from 11 balls, and I think they're just about to get that now. Pollard into Patel. Patel strokes it away to the boundary for 4. and India have won this T20 international. Now, I do think there was a lot of promise to be gleaned from this. I thought that we probably weren't as bad as I anticipated. I kind of think we put on a really good score to start with. The bowling probably didn't help us. I think perhaps we could do a bit more work there. But I think we definitely performed better in this fixture than we did in the T20 in the ODI International. So leave a like on the video down below if you've enjoyed it. Leave some comments in the comment section down below. We're also going to look at picking the team again. We've got India, we've got England coming up next, which I'm sure is going to be a tough game for us. So remember to leave a like on the video down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and join me again next time for another episode of rebuilding, well, basically destroying West Indies. See more cricket captain content, have a look over there. There should be some videos coming up, new episodes of rebuilding West Indies. And also, don't forget, if you're new to the channel, make sure you pop down there and hit that subscribe button. We've got more stuff coming up on the channel in the next few months. And also be sure to check out my Football Manager content. But for today, guys, thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you again in the next episode.